The police appear to have woken up to their responsibilities following a series of reports of attacks on supposed NDC supporters in the aftermath of the party's defeat at the polls. It comes after heavy criticism from sections of the public about the seeming inaction of the force despite the many incidents. Very few arrests have ever been made. In one of the incidents, a group of unidentified young men seized a toll booth at the Tema end of the motorway and allowed motorists to go through without paying. Though no one was arrested in that incident, the police have since deployed men there to avert another attack. Tonight, Joy News' Favor Nunu joins me live from the Tema motorway toll booth with an update of the security situation. Now, Favor, how many officers are currently stationed at the toll booth?
Hello, Israel. Currently, there are 6 officers who are working here. If you mean officers of the police, there's only one. Members of the security services have only cited one. But when it comes to the number of people who are stationed here working and collecting the tolls, there are 6 of them. And so earlier on, once I arrived, I did engage with the officer. We understand that he is actually the very officer who was present when the incident happened. So reinforcement came through, but as it stands now, he's the only one at this place right now who is actually securing 6 other staff who are toll collectors here at the Ashaman toll booth area.
Now, do the attendants there in the toll booths feel more secure now with the presence of this one?
If you can hear me, what's actually happening? Well, I've been speaking to a couple of them, and then what I gather is that there's still some level of insecurity that they're feeling, having to do with the fact that these thugs of a sort who took over the space here threatened that they'll be back. They actually gave timelines. They said that around the 6th and the 7th of January, they were going to be back. But they cannot be very certain as to when these men would return. And they say they were attacked in a certain sense. And so there's that fear that chances are they may come around at any point in time and then attack them. Of course, there's money being collected every now and then. And knowing that on that very day, the target was actually to take monies, one cannot foretell when the excitement or the interest to want to come and then monitor, as they actually put it, the monies that is being collected here would become of interest to these men again. So they come back. What's happening is that we have one of the workers who was present here on the day that the young men stormed this place and took over the booth area. He's actually a supervisor in this area who tells me that he was attacked, and the young men who actually stormed this place went into the office of the supervisor where monies are kept. He had a safe in there, and he had to actually keep the monies that he had been saving or they've been collecting overnight up until 7 a.m. in a safe to throw the key outside. He had to throw the key outside in order to be able to at least save the monies that they had kept and prevent these young thugs from getting hold of it. But in order to be safe, he tried to leave some of the monies on the door. So this is the entrance. It's actually the office that leads to where the supervisor operates. All of the monies collected here is actually kept in this office. He joins me in a jiffy. Where are you? You can come through now. So that's the young man. He expresses fear about showing his face. I spoke to him. He wouldn't speak to us earlier, but he says if we don't show his face, he's happy to engage with us. Good evening.
Evening.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Our viewers would like to know, how do you feel right now with respect to whether you feel safe or not? What's the feeling like right now?
For now, I'm okay. I'm okay.
But now you're okay.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What are some of your other staff expressing? I've seen a couple of ladies in there. What are they saying after the takeover here yesterday?
They are saying about the security issues. They say we want more security men so that they'll be around, especially in the night shift. About 4 or 5 policemen to be around so that they can. Only one policeman in the night is very distant.
Okay. So there's only one policeman who is stationed over here. The cameras can pick it. He's actually a regular in this place who ensures that the entire space is safe. He already has in his hand hand, you can see there's a gun in there. It's loaded, and that's to ensure that whenever there are any thugs trying to come through, they can be stopped. But the young men or staff members here are saying they do not feel so safe with just one, as in the evening, chances are that these thugs may come through. So what we can do is we'll get inside the office where they actually came through and then collected some monies. He tells me some safes were broken and all that. So tell me, what happened when they came into this office?
This our safe. This one is spoiled safe.
It's a safe?
Yes, it's safe, but it's spoiled. It's not again. So they use this safe to break. This is the main office. So they use this safe to break through this place before they enter.
Okay. So that safe was on the floor over there.
Yes.
And
so
because of the weight in it, they were able to use it to break the door.
Yeah, the door.
Okay. After breaking the door, but where were you at the time that this door was being broken?
I'm outside.
Okay, you were outside.
Yes.
But they managed to come inside.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us, what happened once they entered here? What did you discover?
The time they entered here, there's a man on the table there, so they pick everything. So they said they want the safe, the main safe key. This is the main safe.
So if you can see, there's a main safe over here. Show us what happened, really. If you can tell, I'm already seeing that it looks like there's actually a window over here, and he points to. So the net is torn. If you can see, so did you tear the net? Okay, so you actually opened the window, knowing that they were outside. Tore the net, threw the key outside. And so if you can hear what he just said, upon realizing that they were staged right in front of this place and were actually speaking and talking about taking over, he, being the supervisor, knowing very well that the monies collected would be the next target, he actually moved all of it in here, or most of it in here, locked it up, threw the key outside, and then gave himself up to them. We understand earlier on that you were beaten, you were attacked. Tell us what happened.
And the time I left, they said you are the corruption. So later on, someone told them that I'm the Savata. So they rushed me. I want to speak to that.
At the time, where was the key?
The key was in my pocket.
It was in your pocket. And tell us, wasn't there police present? Because we know that the police was contacted to come on. Wasn't there a police present? Over here?
Yes.
And you were still attacked?
Yes.
What was the police doing at the time that you were attacked and the keys was being taken away from you? Were there any threats, as in the use of guns or words or anything of the sort?
No, but they said when the police prevent them, not to take anything from there, they'll free them, but they know them.
The men who came and stormed this place, threatening to take over, said they would attack the police.
They said they know them. So if they prevent them not to take anything or not to do anything, they free them.
If you can hear that, that's the supervisor who was around. He's saying that even the policemen who were around, these men threatened that, well, if they prevented them from taking the keys from this gentleman who... If they prevented them from taking the keys from this gentleman who you can see with the back in shorts, the keys are that lead to this safe. If they prevented them, if the police prevented them from accessing the keys to this safe, they will kill them because they know them from the same vicinity. That's the Ashaman area. And so, Israel, this is really what we have at hand. And he tells us that these men threaten that they'll be back sometime around January. And so you can tell that we obviously have a situation at hand. And we're expecting that the police would be deployed in full force in this area. But upon reaching this end, is only one security person. But given that 10 security officials were present at the time that he was under attack, and to a very large extent they overpowered him and found ways of silencing or threatening the police to stay away. We can tell that this is actually a very serious situation that we need to take seriously. With one policeman here, and they are calling for extra officers to be on the grounds here at the Ashaman toll booth in order to ensure their safety.
Very much, Favor Nunu, bringing us that live update from the Tema end of the Accra-Tema motorway.